Hey guys, welcome back to Lab Cyber, and what a crazy past couple of days we have had. I'm not going to waste any time. Let me jump into today's main stories. The very first one being that yesterday a hacker or a group of hackers stole over $600 million worth of cryptocurrency in one of the biggest heists ever recorded. Not just the biggest crypto heist, but one of the biggest heists in human history. What exactly happened in here? Well, they exploited a vulnerability in Poly Network. Now, who exactly is Poly Network? Here's the website right here, and it says realizing blockchain interoperability. And under the who we are section, they say Poly Network is built to implement interoperability between multiple chains in order to build the next generation internet infrastructure. Okay, what exactly does this mean? Here's the thing, all right? Every cryptocurrency, whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum or Monero or whatever, they all have their own blockchain. The blockchain is basically kind of like a ledger that records every transaction ever used with that specific cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin, for example, has its own blockchain. Every transaction involving Bitcoin, whether somebody bought Bitcoin, maybe somebody sold Bitcoin, maybe somebody sent Bitcoin, maybe somebody converted Bitcoin, and so on. All these transactions are recorded in the Bitcoin blockchain. Ethereum has its own. Every other cryptocurrency has its own blockchain. So Poly Network, they want to make it possible for these different blockchains to work together. What exactly that means, I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, they had a vulnerability in the network, and these hackers stole $600 million. Now, as if that's not crazy enough, they've actually begun to return the money back. As of today, they've returned nearly half of the 600 million, so they've returned over $300 million already. And guess what? They're actually saying that the hacker did it for fun. I'll talk about that in just a second. Let me go back to this story from CNBC. So it says right here that here is the actual email that Poly Network sent to the hackers. So right here it says, let me just open this up on Twitter. It says, with the Poly Network team, the amount of money you hacked is the biggest one in DeFi history. Law enforcement in any country will regard this as a major economic crime, and you will be pursued. It is very unwise for you to do any further transactions. The money you stole are from tens of thousands of cryptocurrency members, hence the people, blah, 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 blah. So basically, Poly Network were trying to scare the hackers into returning the money back. Now, like I said previously, the hackers, they've begun to return the money back. However, I don't think this particular email had anything to do with them returning the money back. In fact, when they claim that, or when this hacker claims that, here's the thing, we don't even know whether it's one person or a group of hackers. We don't really know. But this hacker here was saying he did it for fun, and I believe him. And I'll tell you why I believe him in just a moment. Let me go back to this previous article here on CNBC. All right, down here, it says that according to one of the Tom Robinson, chief scientist of blockchain analytics, he says that I think this demonstrates that even if you can steal crypto assets, laundering them and cashing out is extremely difficult due to the transparency of the blockchain and the use of blockchain analytics. So basically, he is saying right now that the fact that the hackers are returning the money back just proves that it's very, very difficult for anybody to steal cryptocurrency and then perform any sort of transaction with that cryptocurrency. However, that is not necessarily true. I'm going to introduce you to something known as a crypto tumbler or a crypto mixer. You may have heard of them or you may not have heard of them. What exactly do these do? Well, take a look at this, okay? It says, while you may assume that a decentralized currency like Bitcoin or Ethereum is anonymous, that isn't entirely the case. Okay, down here, it says that the Bitcoin blockchain is a completely open platform, which means anybody can download the entire chain and read every transaction, coin, and wallet address that has ever been linked to the cryptocurrency. Now, here's the thing. If you've ever bought cryptocurrency, whether it's Bitcoin or any other form of cryptocurrency, you need to have something known as a wallet or an account. And before you can have such, you need to prove your identity, whether it's through the use of a driver's license, a passport, and so on. So basically, at the end of the day, it is possible to trace every crypto transaction back to the original people involved in that transaction. However, what a cryptocurrency tumbler does is this. It says, a cryptocurrency tumbler, also known as a crypto mixer, is a paid service in which you can mix potentially traceable coins with other clean coins in an effort to make it harder to trace them. So these hackers, if they wanted to, could actually make use of cryptocurrency tumblers. And going back to this original article here, the actual message that Polygon Network sent to the hackers, where they claim that you'll be pursued in every country. So right here it says, law enforcement in any country will regard this as a major economic crime. Not necessarily true. I guarantee you that there are some countries in the world that will not regard this as an economic crime. Heck, there are countries who don't even recognize cryptocurrency to begin with. So my point here is this. I genuinely believe the hackers when they say that they did it for fun, because here's the thing. In order for them to have exploited this vulnerability and stolen this amount of money, $600 million, I can guarantee you that they would have thought about, okay, what do we do if we're successful in this attack? If we actually succeed in stealing all this money, how can we ensure that we're able to perform transactions with all this cryptocurrency? They would have thought about it. They would have explored the use of crypto mixers. They would have investigated which countries would actually allow them to perform transactions with cryptocurrency, even though it's stolen and so on. So I do firmly believe that these guys did it for fun, and believe me, there are hackers like this. They hack for fun, they hack for kicks, they hack to prove a point. Right here in this article, the person claims right now that, let me just show you down here. All right, it says, when spotting the bug, the hacker in this case, when he spotted the bug, I had a mixed feeling. Ask yourself what to do had you faced so much fortune. Asking the protecting politely so that they can fix it. Anyone could be the traitor giving 1 billion. I can trust nobody. The only solution I can come up with is to save the money in a trusted account while keeping myself anonymous and safe. And down here, the person also says that the hacker also says that that's always the plan. I'm not very interested in money. I know it hurts when people are attacked, but shouldn't they learn something from these hacks? Okay, so at the end of the day, I do believe this hacker. I do believe that they stole the money just to prove a point that, hey, there's a vulnerability here in this network, and here's exactly what you need to do. And the fact that they didn't even explore the use of crypto mixers or anything like that, and also the fact that they're actually returning the money back, I believe them when they say that they did it for fun. Now, I could be entirely wrong. I don't know. But I do believe that they simply did this for fun. So that's it. It's one of the biggest heists ever recorded in human history. And I'm going to keep updated. I'm going to keep myself updated on this particular story. I want to know if they would actually return all the money back. That would be very, very interesting. The second story I wanted to quickly cover in today's video is that Accenture, one of the world's largest consulting firms, was hacked a couple of days ago with a ransomware attack, but this isn't that big of a story for several reasons. Yes, the hackers stole some data and they also demanded $50 million from Accenture, but here's the thing. Accenture actually confirmed that they were hacked, which is actually very, very rare because most businesses, most companies hate to admit whenever they've been hacked. But Accenture came out and said, yes, we have been hacked, but they also said that the hackers didn't steal any important information, any important data. And I believe them because the hackers actually released some of the data that they stole. And at the end of the day, it was just communication between Accenture and some of their clients. Nothing important, nothing sensitive at all. And Accenture also said that, look, we have backups of all the data that you stole, so you can go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Accenture have refused to pay the ransom, and they basically gave the hackers the middle finger. So nothing really spectacular happened in here. But this just proves that backups are very, very important. If you have backups of all your data, then ransomware attacks become less of a threat. But that's it for today's video. Please let me know what your thoughts are about the first story where the hackers stole all the cryptocurrency and are now returning it back. Do you agree with me that the hackers did it to prove a point, or do you believe that they wanted to steal all that money and use it for themselves but got frightened when pulling network, send them that email saying that look, you'll be pursued all over the world, you will not be able to spend all this money. So maybe the criminals became concerned that hey, we might get caught and spend plenty of time in jail. I'd love to hear what your thoughts and comments are. If you enjoyed today's video, please do give it a thumbs up, share the video with anyone who may feel might benefit, and until next time, stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.